bit by bit by bit, we are extracting information from Konami. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following me for all the eFootball news, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hit 5K subscribers, insane. If you want to keep getting the latest on eFootball and this whole complicated rollout that's been going on, definitely make sure you subscribe. For everyone that's here for Master League, it's coming back tomorrow, guaranteed. I'm finishing up the episode today. Big summer at Hertha Berlin. You guys will enjoy that. Quickly today, I want to talk about some more information coming out specifically regarding eFootball on next gen. So let's have a look at this article that's come out today and discuss what we see. Alright guys, so this article drops today in the loadout.com. It has some quotes specifically from Seitaro Kimura, who's running the PES series. A lot of people have been asking about Seabass, by the way, who we all know from the great PES games of the past. He's actually still at Konami. I'm just not sure how involved he is with this kind of stuff. But basically what they're discussing here is that eFootball will have haptics and adaptive trigger support on the PS5. Haptics basically refers to the idea of sensitivity to touch, creating inputs in a video game. So if you know PS5, the R2, the right trigger buttons, in certain games, depending on how hard or soft you touch this, different things happen. I think this could work really well for sprinting. So instead of just holding down the button, you're going from maybe a decent sprint to a moderate sprint to a more, you can't even see what I'm doing, but you get what I'm saying, depending on how hard you push it. So I think it's good to see this is included because this means there is definitely some level of next-gen focus. But as with Konami, you always have to read between the lines. One of the most ambitious parts of Konami's revamped football game, eFootball, is a plan to create a single gameplay experience that is fully cross-platform with consoles, PCs, and mobile devices. To achieve this, Konami has made the decision to shift development to Unreal Engine. This is a really ambitious project. My worry is that Konami are not the company to get this done. But the ideas behind it make a lot of sense and are very modern thinking. Continuing here. While the developer has confirmed to IGN already that the game will be built for consoles first and then scaled down to the mobile devices, many questions have been raised, as they should have been, because how can you really build a game for two platforms and think that they're, multiple platforms, and then think they're getting the focus needed? Konami has reassured fans that graphics and performance will not suffer to facilitate mobile players and that eFootball will take full advantage of the hardware capabilities of each supported software, or each supported device, Kimura confirms that it means they will support haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Here's the thing, the reason Konami are dealing with any type of negative feedback is the trailer. The idea, like I said, is not bad. The idea can make sense, but then you have to present your information in a way that makes sense and is clear to the consumer. Giving us a trailer with poor, outdated graphics, a dead trailer with a horrible voiceover, Iniesta and PK looking like they don't want to be there, those things just do not create a feeling of confidence or excitement about your game compared to how FIFA has been rolling out their games for years, especially this last year. They've been incredible. Konami needs to learn. They ruin a decent or even a good product sometimes with just poor communication issues. While the core game engine is the same for console and mobile, we're working to ensure the best gameplay experience on each platform. He says, new-gen consoles and high-performance PCs allow us to devote more resources to gameplay, so we included a variety of elements that are not possible on mobile, such as 3D launch, spectators' realistic movement, cross-processing of moving kits, rich lighting, and motion blur. This is something that cannot be achieved on a mobile device. The sound, which is important for creating a stadium atmosphere, has been reconstructed from scratch, and the chairs and size of the crowd will add excitement to the game too. So a couple things here. The core engine is the same for mobile and console. That is a little bit worrying, only because as much as, that makes sense, that we're going to develop different games on different engines, it does make you think how much can they really scale things up on next gen. Secondly here, I love what they mentioned about PCs with regards to the new next-gen consoles and high-performance PCs. So it looks like PC will be getting next-gen, which was confirmed before. But it looks like we can feel good about what version we get on PC, hopefully. And hopefully we can mod the game, which I think is the most important thing to most of us. And the sound, this is huge as well. I've been using a modded game, so the sound in my game is excellent. There are authentic chants. There's so many things in the game. If you play base level PES with no mods, the sound is horrible. It's not sound like a real football match. FIFA is way better in this regard. Kimura stresses that some of the features will not be included at the time of release and be implemented in a future update. This is the thing, right? When you get away from a yearly update, you can just kind of promise things off into the void, and whenever it gets done, it gets done. That said, we're hoping this eases up their schedule. They can work on the game all year long. You now don't have to devote resources to making an entirely new game. So usually you have that cutoff point where halfway through the life cycle of one sporting game. You have to start making the next one. The fact that you don't have to do that should maybe lead to more communication between us and them, and hopefully, more patches released more quickly based on our feedback and things like that. So speaking more broadly about the gameplay experience, Kimura says that in his personal opinion, the most interesting gameplay feature between eFootball and Unreal Engine and previous PES titles is the one-on-one battling between an attacker and defender. We brought in Iniesta and Piqué as our gameplay advisors and asked them for their advice. We made a big decision to change the controls that people are used to, but it made the battle for the ball more realistic and more reflective of the user's skills. Now, on this, dribbling in PES has always been hard. That said, I've always liked it because I felt it was more realistic. Instead of just using skill moves, usually trying to do a little shuffle, a drop of the shoulder, a feint to get past the player. Yes, you can use moves every now and then, though I do think it was too hard. FIFA, on the other hand, has been too easy. Though I know last year people complained about the AI being able to read your tackles, read your skill moves. So now with this, of course, the one-to-one thing sounds exciting. It's a little bit worrying because it feels more arcadey. Football is about a team game. We will see how that focus plays out. They bring it up more here. We worked on the match camera. A new camera called Duel, as the name suggests, was developed to allow players to enjoy the 1v1 battles that are the focus of this title. I'm going to show a clip of that camera right now as we're talking here. We had it in the new football game. I'm guessing this is the camera. In situations where you are building up from the defensive line, you can see the wide area from a perspective of conventional camera. It seamlessly switches to a closer view as the winger on the side has the ball or approaches the opponent's penalty area. Also weird because now you can't see certain runs, but it does emphasize the 1v1 aspect. You can enjoy the delicate touch of the ball, feinting to deceive your opponent, defending with your body, or blocking a shot at the last second. I don't know. This sounds interesting, but it feels worrying in the greater scope of building an engine that plays real football, because now you're just talking about a lot of one-on-one battles. But, I'm going to reserve judgment. We'll see. While eFootball is built to span across various powers of hardware, it's clear that there are plenty of extra benefits for those playing on next-gen, new-gen consoles and PC, which is good. I'm glad there's a difference. Those players will have to take early gameplay with a pinch of salt, though, as those features will not be ready to go straight away on the release date. Again, this stuff should have come out day one. Everything that's happened after day one should have happened before. But regardless, some more information. Let me know what you think. Does this make you more excited, less excited? Bit by bit, I'm getting a bit more calm, I'm a bit more excited, so to speak. I love PES. I will probably play FIFA a little bit this year, guys, for the first time in over a decade. But, I'm rooting for PES. I want to see this game be the game that we know and love. And I'll always be playing PES on the channel, no matter what. Take care, guys. Stay safe. See you guys next time.